That shit got me so hot, my nigga. So hot. Like, yo, I do not play when it comes to my child. Don't play with me. But it's like, it's a whack feeling when your kid don't, not even trying to you and try to call somebody else mommy. Watch. I'm not even gonna touch y'all because everybody wanna be suing people. I'ma spit at y'all motherfucker like this. Like that. Don't play when it comes to my kid.
The girlies are at it again. Cardi B just sparked the wildest chapter yet in her never-ending feud with Nicki Minaj. And this time, it's messier than ever. Their back and forth has been brutal for years, but now things took a shocking turn when both started dragging each other's kids into the chaos. What began as Twitter shade exploded into an all-out digital war. Cardi threw a low blow, hinting that Nicki's son, Papa Bear, was slow, feeding into long-running whispers online. Soon, gossip spiraled into rumors that Papa Bear might be autistic. But what Cardi allegedly did next, that's what left everyone speechless. Reports say Cardi claimed to have real tea on Papa Bear and even bragged about having his supposed medical records. She allegedly threatened to leak them online for the world to see. In one move, she turned messy rivalry into a scandal so deep it made everyone gasp. Nicki's child was suddenly caught in the middle of a grown woman feud that went way too far. At this point, it's not just rap beef, it's full-on warfare. Cardi and Nicki just set the internet on fire and dragged their feud into a place it might never recover from. Fans are stunned, asking how it got this dark. Everybody knows these two can't stand each other. That's nothing new. But nobody expected them to go this low, publicly cursing each other's kids and turning motherhood into a battleground. Social media has been a madhouse, with both fan bases going feral, and it all kicked off over Cardi's new album, Am I the Drama?
And there is an album, so you talking about no album with it, what? Y'all don't even want me to drop that album because y'all gonna be crying, because I'm gonna outsell. I'm gonna have hits. I'm gonna be on top. That's a fact. Y'all better, y'all never watch the Afraid of Parents when they say you gotta be careful what you wish for because what you be wishing for is not what you're gonna want.
And baby, yes, she might be, because Nicki's fans swear Cardi's been tossing shade her way even before the album dropped. They say one video had Cardi bragging about outselling Nicki, without saying her name, of course. But come on, the tension's been boiling for years, and now it's straight up explosive. Fans quickly clocked that Cardi was throwing shade at Nicki's Pink Friday 2. Cardi's album moved an impressive 200,000 units first week, but Nicki's Pink Friday 2 had done slightly better with about 227,000. That tiny gap lit the fuse for drama. Soon after, fans noticed Nicki hitting retweet on a bunch of posts flexing her stats. Stuff like Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 still holds the biggest first week for a female rap album this decade, and the largest vinyl sales week since 1991. She even shared posts bragging about her massive Spotify numbers, highlighting Pink Friday 2's 28.2 million first-day streams and how she owned 2 of the top 5 biggest debuts for female rap projects ever. Nobody's saying Nicki can't celebrate her wins. She earned them. But the timing felt way too slick. While everyone was showing love to Cardi for her success, Nicki's posts came off like shade disguised as celebration. Fans instantly felt the energy shift, and that's when it was clear this back and forth was about to get ugly. Then things went nuclear. Cardi allegedly fired back by exposing private details about Nicki's son, Papa Bear, claiming he might have autism. That's when Nicki lost it and unleashed one of the most chaotic tweets of her career, writing, "Barney Dangerous, ABCDEFG. Fallen off the charts with that big belly running trains barefoot. Still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me. A BCDEFG, surgery to look like me. Tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico fraud and perjury." The alphabet line was a direct jab at Cardi's new album, where she'd done her own ABC-style track. Cardi caught the shade instantly, and her clapback was just as bold, firing off with, "What did Cardi B say in her #1 album?" And just like that, the rap beef went from competition to pure chaos. Nicki wasn't done, not even close. She fired off tweet after tweet, throwing wild shade like, Coca-Cola Barbie. The power I have. Make these chicks come out of rehab every time. Go to your room. Nothing more annoying than a bored bee. You must have missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet. Whew. She was tweeting like she had a point to prove. Then came another blow. Nicki mocked Cardi again, writing, broad talkin' pregnant with the fourth baby. Barry BBVHPV, allegedly. That's when Cardi completely lost it and clapped back hard. She shot back, ABCDEFG, your man has to snatch P. P tastes like honey. Comb your bro. Be touching 12-year-old. Cardi wasn't holding back, and when Nicki dragged her pregnancy again, Cardi snapped, saying, all right, now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce. All them peas scrambling your eggs, not allegedly. Lord, protect my baby. Nicki tried to backtrack a little, tweeting, also, let me say this though. I've never had fertility issues. That's not something to use as a drag. Women dealing with that pain deserve love and prayers, not jokes. But by that point, it was way too late. The internet was already on fire. Then Nicki crossed another line, calling Cardi Barney B and culture vulture. Some fans thought she was just calling Cardi fake, but it got darker fast. Because Nicki's tweet actually mentioned Culture, Cardi's daughter. She wrote, culture vul, you ugly too. From there, things turned downright nasty. Nicki tweeted, album flopped, P flopped. Never want to fight. Outranked you even when you run to gangs. Shut up and come fight. Sympathy Baby couldn't pull 228,000. A-port mission. And just when people thought she couldn't go lower, Nicki took it to a disgusting level, writing, culture, you one roach and a monkey like your sister Cokie. B, please don't sniff Coca-Cola with baby number 4 and 5, culture a vulture and her mama a crow. That was the moment the internet stopped laughing. Because Nicki wasn't just beefing anymore. She was attacking kids, crossing every boundary imaginable. And even her fans were like, whoa, that's too far. Things got way darker after that. Nicki threw a jab saying, they played you into hexing yourself, your flop-heavy tongue hot for once. From there, Cardi completely lost her patience, and the gloves were officially off. She went all in, aiming straight at Nicki's family, writing, you wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful and you know it. Your hate runs deep and nasty because your son is nonverbal, because you messed him up with those drugs. She kept going, adding, you jealous of other people's kids and their happiness. Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't speak and bang spoons because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. I'm sorry your mom ignores you on your birthday because she too obsessed and dark-spirited. The banging spoons comment was in reference to a video showing Papa Bear doing just that. And once Cardi brought that up, social media exploded. Cardi didn't stop there. She continued, you said culture was what? That slow son that came out your pee? You wished negativity on me when I was pregnant, and look what your karma did. Look what your rotten pee produced. A 5-year-old tiptoeing around who can't even spell his name. Fans were stunned, and Nicki wasn't staying silent either. She fired back with more vile insults, tweeting, culture vulture, your mom pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. You jealous of a little baby boy just 'cause his hair better than your 4 bald monkeys put together. That one sent Cardi into full rage. She clapped back again. I said it in 2018 and nobody believed me. You've been talking about my child since I was pregnant. You've been jealous of my baby. I never said anything about your kid until now, but you started it. Cardi's next words shook the timeline. It's one thing to be jealous of me, but to be jealous of my kids is insane. You jealous 'cause my babies are beautiful and smart. That's why God punished you with a slow kid. You hate your child because you can't brag about milestones, only hair. You dummy, stop playing with my kid. By then, the internet was in chaos. Both fan bases were melting down, and what used to be a rap beef had officially turned into one of the ugliest feuds the music world had ever seen. Cardi threw another wild shot, writing, "You just mad your son's favorite color is 5. Get on, you crackhead." That's when Nicki clapped back with her own fire, tweeting, "Barney B said she wishes she was dead, even after beginning her letter of monkeys Jake's 5. Bad for y'all." She then doubled down, saying, "Raw and got pregnant with another monkey. You said, oh well, he all my baby daddies now. Your husband said he never liked you. Hubby told you years ago how ugly you always looked, swollen and busted from surgery. Guess what? So take my money. Yes, daddy, ow! It's both our money now." That was the last straw for Cardi. She went nuclear, dragging Nicki's alleged private medical history into the feud. Cardi fired off, "Why is it kept? You've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years. You heavy on perks and Xanax, and you don't listen to nobody around you. The only person with power over you is Kenneth Petty. But you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated? Social media went crazy over that one. People called it one of the nastiest reads ever, especially since there have been long-running whispers that Kenneth allegedly encourages Nicki's substance use to keep control over her. The rumors first popped off with Kim Barbie, who said, "You want to holler that people judge your disgusting husband because they're not used to being loved, but you know who is used to being loved? Wendy Williams." He loved her pockets to the end, letting her do all types of substances so he could keep digging in that purse. Cardi then added fuel to the fire, saying Kenneth's love for Nicki looked the same, mixing nose candy with tranquilizers and even Ozempic so she'd stay sedated while he took her money and let her look crazy in public. By this point, the feud wasn't just about music anymore. It was about exposing every dark secret either woman had ever tried to keep hidden. Cardi wasn't letting up. She went even further, leaning into the rumors that Nicki's son, Papa Bear, might be autistic. She claimed she had all the receipts to back it up, tweeting, "Let this be the last time you mention my kids before I speak the tea on yours. While you talk about ABCS, you gonna leave me the F alone today. Ho! I'm sick of you, B." Now, there's been online talk for a while about Papa Bear possibly being on the spectrum, but let's be real, there's no proof of that. Fans have just speculated because the little boy is 5 and hasn't been seen talking much in videos. Truth is, Nicki barely shows her son publicly, so we don't actually know anything about his development. For all we know, he could be a total chatterbox off camera. Still, Cardi's comments reignited the fire. Suddenly, people were using her words as confirmation, turning Papa Bear into the center of a cruel internet storm. Some fans even started treating autism as a gotcha insult, and that's where things got really disgusting. At this point, folks online started begging for both women to stop. Autism isn't something to joke about. It's real, serious, and deeply personal. These kids are innocent, and dragging them into this mess just shows how far gone the feud has gotten. People online said what everyone was thinking. Somebody needs to lock them in a room and let them fight it out. Because this back and forth, it's straight up toxic. The shade, the name-calling, the family attacks, it's all hit a level that's beyond music or clout. This whole mess feels like a modern-day version of Lil' Kim versus Foxy Brown, only way nastier. Back then, shots were fired, but nobody died. This time, though, it's reputations, families, and innocent kids getting hit in the crossfire. And every single time you think it can't get worse, somehow it does. And here we are, Cardi threatening to leak Papa Bear's alleged medical records, and Nicki clapping back like her entire legacy's on the line. What started as petty shade has turned into a full-blown war where nothing's sacred anymore. Not family, not kids, not even medical files. Like, what in the HIPPA violation is this? At this point, it's not even rap beef. It's a race to the bottom. Both of them seem willing to go as low as it takes just to get the last word, and it's getting uglier by the minute. Fans are watching in disbelief, wondering how it got this far and how much deeper it can still go. Because if this is where the feud's standing right now, what happens when one of them decides to really cross the final line? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Star T Channel, because this story is far from over.